This last year has definitely been a struggle, and being someone who has to wear many different hats, taking care of yourself sometimes takes a back seat. And here to help us create a space in our life for self-care in today's CI Health is Dr. Robyn Gobin. Robyn, we're so glad you're back.
Thank you.
Okay, so last time we were here, we visited on Zoom, kind of like when the pandemic was still in the early stages, and you wrote the self-care prescription. Tell me about this before we get into your latest book.
Yeah, so the self-care prescription is all about helping individuals learn how to take better care of themselves and how to prioritize themselves holistically. So sometimes when we think about self-care, about physical self-care, we know we need to move our bodies and we need to eat, right, nutritious foods, but that's only one aspect of who you are. And so the self-care prescription goes into 6 different areas of your life where you can implement more self-care.
And a lot of times people feel like self-care, it's like a luxury. It's not really something that you need to manage and take care of. But you are encouraging people, you have to take that time for yourself.
You have to take the time for yourself, right? Because if we're not good, we can't be any good to anyone else, right? And so we are working, a lot of us are pouring into families, and when you're doing all of those things, like if you're not your best self, like you're giving all of those things kind of half effort, and it's not the best version of you. And so self-care really does help you show up in a way that you want to show up for your relationships, for your work, all of the things that you do in your life.
Yeah, and self-care can look like many different things.
Yeah.
Like it can come in many different forms.
Exactly.
Whether it's a massage or, going and get your nails done or just going for a walk. But you're encouraging people to journal. So tell me about the self-care prescription journal.
Yeah, so the journal really is all about understanding what your specific needs are. I'm a big proponent that self-care is not a one-size-fits-all thing. So what you do for self-care is going to look maybe different than what I need to do for self-care. And so the journal is really about quieting the outside noise, taking time to really check in with yourself and say, how am I really doing, right? Because typically when people ask us how we're doing, we give the
generic answer
of I'm fine, but really like, how am I really doing, and what areas of my life could I be taking better care of myself? And so with journaling, it really gives you that time for introspection to see, what do I need, so that then when I develop a self-care plan for myself, I know how to take care of myself in ways that are going to be sustaining and that are going to like truly nourish me, right? Because we can go get our nails done, and that's a great version of self-care, but sometimes we need deeper self-care, right? We need to take care of ourselves maybe on a spiritual level, and we don't know that unless we take the time to check in, and journaling is a great way to help us check in with ourselves.
You just brought up something that made me think here. When you have to dig deep, that's not always fun. Some people don't enjoy that, but it's because it's hard.
Yes.
And we don't like doing hard things.
But that's the truth about self-care, right? Sometimes it is very fun and it's relaxing and it's joyful. But other times, like sometimes self-care can look like a good cry. Sometimes you just need to cry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I have a question for you. Mental health in the Black community, is that different than it would be for for the white community? How is that? Is journaling, just as good for everyone?
Everyone. Journaling can benefit everyone, right? Because it's really important for us to understand who we are, right, and what we need. And a lot of times, particularly in the Black community, there's a lot of information coming at us about who we are, and maybe some information out there myths about us being like inferior to other people. And so journaling really does help you reconnect with like the truth of who you are, the truth of your value, and then gives you the motivation to invest in yourself through self-care.
Yeah, and if people are interested and they want to learn more, they want to connect with you, maybe give journaling a try.
Yes.
What's the best way for them to do that?
Yeah, so this is available everywhere books are sold, as well as Amazon, my website, www.robyngobin.com, where you can find more information. But it's really about taking better care of ourselves so we can show up for the communities and the people that we care about.
Yeah, and the pandemic has definitely presented a challenge in that area and made you maybe do some reflection on how you can be better and do better for yourself, so you can be better for your family. So, Robyn, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
I love this concept. If you need any more information, you want to learn more about how you can connect with Dr. Gobin here and check out her journal, we'll connect you at ciliving.tv.